So I want to talk about voice note guy. If you guys don't know, there's this like whole viral thing going around right now where this girl posted a voice note that this guy sent her, and there's huge arguments over it because people are saying that he like communicated really well and like he stated his intentions up front, and that's really all you can ask for from a man. Basically, is just honesty. But it was horrible. It was like insanity. And it's just insane to me that women are fighting over this right now. Women are coming out here being like, well, what did you want him to do? Isn't this what we want? We want them to communicate to us. I'm like, oh no, this is like, again, like it basically just proved to me why the aliens have to come. Like that's all this shit does is when I see stuff like this, I'm like, oh, our neural pathways, romance is dead. Again, this is all going to tie into Braveheart again. Because I watched Braveheart the other day, and the fucking man went and fought Scotland for a woman, and now this is what we do to women. And this is what men have reduced us down to. I mean, they've always reduced us down to this historically, but they used to just, like, pillage our villages, Now they just, like, coerce us in text messages. But it was so sad. It was sad on both parts. It's sad for the man because it's like, this is how disconnected men are from women. Like, they just view us for their, schmexual pleasure, and, we're literally useless and we're not humans to them otherwise. Like, they want nothing to do with us unless they can have access to our bodies for their own pleasure and enjoyment. They don't care about ours. They only care about theirs, basically. And they don't care about us as humans, and they don't care about getting to know us. Every woman I know has had to deal with this type of shit. I can't tell you how many times, this has happened to me where men just want to hook up. Or, it's all, like, the implication is so strong, and, like, that's why it's, like, this is just so sad. And then for the women, it's sad because, so many people are coming for her because the guy says in the voice note, he's like, well, we talked about this and you said no already, but like, oh, well, I've decided that if you're not going to do this, like you're wasting my time essentially. And, and then people are like, well, why would she invite him over to her apartment if she knew that was his intentions? And it's like, because we have hope that they're going to treat us like humans. I've done this before where men have treated me like shit, and I still hope that they're going to treat me like not like that, so I'll keep talking to them. And, like, we have this delusional hope that they're going to, like, change. They're going to not. Because it's, like, literally such a state of shock when you deal with men like this. Like, it is, like, a stage of absolute, like, shock. Like, you're like, I can't believe this is even happening to me, so I'm just going to, like, see if it's not going to happen if I just keep continuing this conversation, which is not a logical or rational thought, but, like, it is so hurtful when this kind of stuff happens. Like, it really is, like, it's the most dehumanizing feeling in the entire world. That's why women are so mad at men right now, because so many men do this. But it's like, this is their conditioning and programming, guys. This is like a result of 30 years of a society that claims to be Christian-centered, is doing all this Christian national bullshit, Turning Point, all this crazy shit, trying to indoctrinate a bunch of young people into the Christian religion, which absolutely preaches against this stuff. And then it's boys who are raised Christian too, I guarantee he probably was. And then they do this shit where they just reduce this down to schmexual objects because they have been taught that and conditioned that that's okay. That's what they should do, that they're entitled to schmex with women, and like and this is what these people do. They think they're being so honest and straightforward because they're letting you know their intentions, and it's like, well, yeah, thank you so much for letting me know your intentions is to completely dehumanize me. And that's where I'm like, it's insane that women are trying to come defend this as good communication because he's dehumanizing her. And so women are also, the bar is so fucking low. The bar is so low that this is what women think good communication is. It's just a bunch of pick-me's, and it's also just a bunch of women who, like... So what does that say, though? Because it's like, if women think this is good communication, then what kind of communication have they been getting? Do you know what I'm saying? It just made me so sad. I wasn't angry. I wasn't upset. I wasn't, like, pissed off. I was just like, yep, that tracks. That about tracks for where we're at neurologically in society right now. Satan has infiltrated all our minds and our brains and our souls with lust, with all the 7 deadly sins. I talk about this. Because we're in a state of dissension right now. But it's just like so sad that we have to like watch this right now. Like, we're like full grown evolved human beings. Like, we are so far past being animals, and we're reduced down to our animalistic states, and we're conditioned into our animalistic states. And they did that on purpose. And that's the other sad thing, is you realize all of this was calculated by, a very small group of people who have had power since England. It's like poor Braveheart, he got freed from Scotland, but here we are in America, and we're still fucking enslaved. We can't escape it to save our lives, and we haven't been able to for centuries. Sorry, confirmation burps. 555. So it is just sad. It's very sad, the state of the world, and this is exactly what the aliens are going to come fix. Men like that are going to be put away for a very long time. Like straight up, that's not a person who's going to be able to be free. A guy like that, because that's who's dangerous. They think they're like, like good people, and then they're doing shit like this, like trying to coerce women into consent, and like basically get consent in writing in case, so he can go grape her, essentially. That's what it felt like to me. He was getting his alibi all in order, so she couldn't accuse him of grape. So that's what it felt like to me. It was disgusting. It was like literally like insanity. And so, this is a universal experience for women that men don't understand. Genuinely, men don't get this part. They don't understand what it's like to be a human being and then like not treated like one, because they're treated like human beings. Men aren't objectified. They're not reduced down to like if they can please other people schmexually. Like, that's the thing about it. It's like schmex is such a like, we have it all wrong in this society, the way that it's like portrayed. And then we have like movies like Braveheart. So it's like, in all these princess movies, and it's like, hey, so women have told men over and over and over again how they want to be treated. We all have these fantasies about being treated like princesses, treated with respect, treated with kindness, these grand gestures, all this stuff, right? Basically, to win our affection and win our minds, so you can, and then you get access to our bodies. That's what men don't get. They have to like get into our minds first before they get into our bodies, and they get into our minds by caring about us, by standing up for us, by being like aggressive. It's like being violent and aggressive, but like standing up for women, like Braveheart. Like this Braveheart guy, he knew what the fuck he was doing. His name's William in the movie. And so it's just like so sad, because it's like men have not been paying, or it's like, it's not even like they haven't been paying attention. Most men are very aware of what women want. They just don't want to go to the effort to have to do that, because they want to conquer us. They don't want to treat us like humans. They want to conquer us like we're some thing that strokes their egos and their pee-pees. And it's just like, what the beep is, again, wrong with men? Like, just because you're conditioned into this stuff doesn't mean you have to keep doing it or perpetuate it. It's like, yeah, you can get up and make a free will choice to stop being a fucking douchebag and start treating people. But it's like, that's the thing. Even within their friend groups, it's like it's not normalized. These are the type of men friend groups that like go talk about how many conkers they had over the weekend or who they hooked up with or what it was, instead of like, hey, this was like a really kind girl and we talked about this like really cool thing. And, like that kind of stuff. There's no romance anymore. There's no wooing. There's no yearning. There's none of the stuff that like women want. It's all about what men want. And then if we don't conform to what men want, they're going to toss us aside like we're trash. So yeah, they don't even want anything to do with us unless it's like that. Now, of course, there's exceptions to this. There's good men out there, guys. Don't forget that. Within this, don't forget there's good men out there. You're just not going to find them, on Tinder, in a bar, doing that stuff. You come on this internet and you speak your truth and you talk about amazing intellectual things, and you will find somebody who will resonate with that, who is kind and who is willing to, be a good man about it. For women out there, of course, this is exclusively for women. Obviously, I don't know what the dating scene's like for any LGBTQ plus people, but I've also heard that's not the best thing either sometimes. So, yeah, we're all in the pits of hell right now, and that's all I can say.